Hello, hello. Hey there, horror fans. It's my third live stream today because my shit keeps fucking up. What's up, Andrew? Can you hear me well? This is like my third time trying this today. First, my webcam shut down. Next, my audio. Can you all hear me well now? Is the audio working? I sound perfect. Thank God for small miracles. All right. We'll see who else pops back into the third attempt today. Andrew, I liked your video on 5 underrated sequels that you like. David, we're back for the third time today. Sam, I got my sound back. What's up, Glenn? You're back. Raymond, good morning. My third attempt at live streaming today. Andrew says, thanks, man. Josh, Fulchifan 101 says, welcome back. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Yeah, only third attempt today. I don't know. I shouldn't have live streamed today at all. Here we go. Night Beast. Night Beast. With the titular Night Beast on the back. This is a crazy movie. His hands tear through flesh and bone. There he is there, Mr. Night Beast. And it says, amidst a dazzling meteor shower, the Night Beast lands near a small East Coast town, armed with his vaporizing ray gun and a goal of killing everyone who crosses his path. As area residents are blasted to smithereens, the local sheriff and an ever-dwindling group of survivors become determined to figure out a way to defeat this fearsome alien before their entire community is wiped out. A dazzling display of lo-fi ambition from Baltimore-based cult filmmaker and underrated author Don Dohler. Night Beast immediately plunges the viewer into a frenzy of wild, colorful, stunning animation techniques, homemade gore effects, and awkward sexual encounters. Made for a scant $14,000 and featuring a soundtrack partially composed by a then-teenage J.J. Abrams, Vinegar Syndrome proudly brings this regional sci-fi horror classic to Blu-ray in a brand new 2K restoration of its 16mm camera original. That is Night Beast. 2 discs. And a very glorious looking slipcover from the good people over at Vinegar Syndrome. Night Beast. Sam says, let's go and good luck. Baron7 says, message retracted. Josh, Fulchifan 101 says, it was a low budget masterpiece to me. Same. Casey Parsons says, never heard of Night Beast, but sounds cool. Will says, third time's a charm. Snowy workday here in Richmond, Virginia. Just wanted to say hey for the third time to Mr. Phil and his legion of loyal fans. Peace. Thanks, Will. Technical glitches all day today. Josh says, originally banned as Section 3 in the UK. Casey, you have to see it. Glenn says, I still got to snag one up. Andrew says, Phil, I'm working on my VS titles. Is Mausoleum good? I like Mausoleum. It's got the dead guy in it. Who's the dead guy, you might ask? Oh, maybe it doesn't have the dead guy in it. It probably does have some dead guys in it, but I think I'm thinking of Catacombs or something like that. I don't know what I'm thinking of. I do have Mausoleum. It's a good watch. Linnea Quigley. There's a dead guy in every film, probably, except the new ones. Hey, you're back. I can hear you this time. Thank God for small miracles. I don't know what was happening. Technical glitches all over the place. Next up, Night Train to Terror. Night Train to Terror. A rock band gives their final performance on a hellbound trip into the outer reaches of horror. I automatically like this movie because it's a horror movie with a train in it. And I love train horror movies like a muck train and Terror Train. Aboard a fast-moving train bound for hell, God and Satan decide the fates of three unfortunate mortals. In Harry, a fiendish killer keeps the horrible mutilated body parts of his countless victims in a diabolical torture chamber. In Greta, a young woman obsessed with death takes part in an unspeakable ritual of Russian roulette. Finally, in Claire, a young woman and a Holocaust survivor are terrorized by the son of Satan. Night Train to Terror comes to you on home video for the very first time in its original aspect ratio and restored in 2K from 35mm film elements. Night Train to Terror. No reversible artwork on this one, which pisses me off. So you get to look at the same artwork twice, but that is okay. That is Vinegar Syndrome's Night Train to Terror. Q says liked and shared. Sam says it's the weather. Sam says we call people anoraks who are into trains over here. Okay. Robbie Richards is here. Josh, Fulci fan 101 says, hey. Q says, I do not think I seen Night Train to Terror. I got a lot to watch. Yes, you do. David Soar says, wonder if there was a lot of preparing for that movie. Did they have to train for it? Oh, boom, boom, psh. Next up, one of my favorite of all time slip covers. This is Slaughterhouse. And it opens like that, like kind of a steel door, slipcover type of deal. And then inside you have your Slaughterhouse movie there with Buddy the Killer. And it says Lester Bacon's slaughterhouse has run into financial problems. Faced with the town lawyer, the sheriff, and the rival slaughterhouse owner trying to purchase his land, Lester decides to take matters into his own hands. After discovering the type of violence his hulking and mentally deranged son Buddy is capable of, Lester orders him to permanently dispose of anyone who conspires against them. A late 80s video store staple, Rick Rosler's Slaughterhouse is a gleefully bloody San Diego shot slasher featuring atmospheric and nourish cinematography along with a generous helping of creative kills. Vincent proudly presents Slaughterhouse in its North American Blu-ray debut, newly restored in 2K from its 35mm interpositive and featuring the original ultra stereo sound mixed for the first time on home video. Slaughterhouse. And the slipcover. There you go, guys. Slaughterhouse. Cool slipcover on that one. Sam says LOL. Q says, yes, one I seen. It's a good one. Casey says, that's an awesome slipcover. Josh, Fulci fan 101, says, I do have that Vinegar Syndrome release of Slaughterhouse without that epic casing. Next, and I saw that Andrew, hey, isn't that Devon Graham, just showed this one off not too long ago on his favorite 3D movies or something. This is Silent Madness in 3D. I've only checked this one out in Anaglyph 3D with the red lens, blue lens. I have yet to pull out my 3D television to view it on that, but I will at some point. He's out now. The terror has just begun. This is Silent Madness in 3D. It does come with a couple of the old school Anaglyph 3D glasses, which is pretty cool. And it's got a whole mess of writing. When a glitch in the computer system at an asylum for the criminally insane results in the release of the wrong patient, a giant in stature homicidal maniac named Howard Johns, who has a penchant for killing college co-eds, is up to one of the institute's top doctors to track him down. Unfortunately, it's not just Howard she has to worry about, as the administration of the asylum has decided to cover up the error to avoid bad press, going as far as to hire a duo of thugs to permanently silence the good doctor. Soon enough, Howard finds his way back to the sorority house he once terrorized and sets out to murder the latest batch of nubile co-eds who have taken up residence in the stately manor. So that is Silent Madness in 3D. Silent Madness in 3D. David got to jump on a quick conference call. Good luck with this live stream. Take care all. Thanks, David. Josh, Fulci fan 101, says, I want that, but it's a fortune on local eBay. Q says, take care, David. Josh says, take care, David. Sean says, morning, everyone. What's up, Sean? Welcome. Josh says, hey, Sean. Q says, that's awesome, Phil. Love 3D with the colored glasses. Q says, hey, Sean. Yeah, it comes with 2 discs. One's the Anaglyph red lens, blue lens 3D. And the other one is the regular 2D version and then the 3D television version. Which the 3D television is just a little 32-incher that I have, a PS4 3D viewer TV type of deal. So I pull it out every now and then and check out the real 3D movies. So that's pretty cool. This is Splatter University. These slips are just fantastic. Does come with the original poster art. That's what you might remember seeing at the video store back in the day. I definitely remember that cover. And it says, years ago, a madman escaped from an asylum, slashing his way through to freedom and continuing his bloody rampage at nearby St. Trinian's College. Years later, new teacher Julie Parker begins to sense that something isn't quite right at the small town college, and it's not long before students and fellow faculty members begin disappearing, or worse yet, are found brutally butchered. Determined to uncover the truth beyond the ongoing violence, Julie begins her own investigation, unaware that she's putting herself at risk of becoming the ruthless murderer's next target. Splatter University, cheesy B, gore fest. Love it. Q says, hey, Sean. Sam says, hey, Sean. Casey says, do the 3D TVs work well? Yeah. My 3D viewer, PS4, Sony 3D viewer, works very well. Josh, Fulci Fan 101. Casey, yes, they sure do. Q says another phenomenal case, another great film. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Moving right along. There's nothing out there. There's nothing out there. Lots and lots of fun. This one's one of my favorite go-tos for sure. And it says, Mike is always getting in the way of fun. His obsession with horror movies and their rules dictates that no matter where he goes, he can't help but expect to find a monster lurking around every corner. But this time, his paranoia might be justified. After being invited to a remote lodge along with some friends, Mike immediately begins to sense that something isn't right. But none of his friends believe him. Unfortunately, they're dead wrong, and a slimy alien frog monster has indeed landed in the nearby woods and set out to fulfill its mission of killing all human males and mating with females. Can Mike convince his friends that there's something out there before the men have their brains sucked out and the women are carrying green mutant fetuses? There's nothing out there. There's nothing out there. I really like that one. There's nothing out there. It's super awesome and fun. What a story. LOL. I love it. Yeah, it's a good one. I really like it too. I like it. I like it a lot. Next up, Unmasked Part 25. Unmasked Part 25. Were there 24 other Unmasked movies? No, there weren't. And it says, Jackson is your run-of-the-mill hockey mask-wearing psychotic killer. Hideously deformed, he spends his time stalking and brutally murdering oversexed young people. Nasty methods. But then he meets Shelley, a woman who appreciates him as a person. It helps that she can't see the carnage he leaves at every turn. Finding himself falling the first time, Jackson decides that it might be time to finally hang up his cutlery and settle into a happy life of domestic bliss. But can he really overcome his bloodthirsty impulses? A biting horror comedy from director Anders Palm and producer Mark Culfert, Unmasked Part 25, aka The Hand of Death, cleverly plays off every 80s horror cliche along with satirizing a number of indie film tropes for good measure, while reveling in some of the most gruesome gore effects which can be found in post-Nasty's British-made film. Vinegar Syndrome is proud to rescue this underseen cult classic and bring it to Blu-ray for the first time. That is Unmasked Part 25. Unmasked Part 25. Where are we here? Sam says, don't stop or the sound might go again. Casey says, that's really cool. Sam says, signal going on and off. Great. Josh says, Phil will order Luther the Geek next Monday. Say something radical. UK or USA release for me. I'd go US release. Vinegar Syndrome. We just got 3 more to get through, guys. If I'm cutting in and out, it's okay. This stream's pretty much a wash. So my disk storage is probably all over the place, and I don't know what's going on. Got to check out Unmasked 25. Done. Something radical. I don't have a Diet Coke, so I'm going to go grab one. All right, now we got a Diet Coke. Dave, you know my views. Diet Coke's better than Coke Zero, but we'll agree to disagree on that one. Welcome, Dave Drew, to the live stream chat. Everyone make sure to go check out Dave Drew's channel. He does awesome restaurant reviews. With lockdown right now, he's just doing like really pizza slice reviews and stuff like that, but still awesome content. And you should go check it out. Tell him Big Phil sent you. Sam says soft drinks are nasty. Yuck. Next up, the Uninvited. With fantastic cover artwork there. Fantastique. And it says, at a secluded biochemical lab which runs cruel tests on animals, a seemingly innocent-looking cat has just escaped, but beneath its furry exterior, a terrifying monster has been seated, emerging to brutally maim and kill anyone it finds threatening. Discovered by a group of teenage spring breakers and brought aboard a luxury yacht bound for the Cayman Islands, the cuddly fluff ball quickly begins gnawing away at the ship's guests and crew. But to make matters even worse, it's soon revealed that the cruise's host, a renowned multi-millionaire, is in fact on the run from the law and won't return the boat to shore. Killer mutant cat be damned. That's The Uninvited, a crazy killer cat movie. It's got a cat with a mutant living inside of it. I don't know really what it's all about, but it's awesome. I love it. I never drink any soft drinks, says Casey. Sam says same here. Q says Uninvited sounds fun. Yes, check it out, Q. You won't be disappointed. Next up, we have The Vineyard. The Vineyard. Vineyard's lots of fun. The wines created by Dr. Elson Poe have been known for decades as among the finest in the world, but unknown to the public, Poe has been using his vinting and chemistry skills as a front for a much more sinister purpose, harvesting fresh blood from his youthful victims to produce an elixir designed to keep him young forever. Unfortunately, his special potion seems to be weakening, and its strength and Poe finds himself in need of fresh bodies. Deciding to use his connections to the film industry, he presents himself as a potential film investor and invites a group of attractive young actors and models to his secluded island mansion with the intent of harvesting their life-sustaining properties. When they arrive, Poe becomes convinced that statuesque beauty Jezebel might be the ideal candidate from which more elixir can be created, and sends his henchmen out with the task of violently killing off her friends. That is The Vineyard. It is awesome. It has that guy from all those movies. I think he's in Big Trouble in Little China and stuff like that. The Vineyard. Just found a seller of A Nice Vinegar Syndrome copy, Phil. Thanks for the recommendation. No problem, Josh Fulci Fan 101. Luther the Geek is amazing. I love it. Last but not least, Extra 3, Watch the Skies. This is a pretty new release from Vincent. Extra 3, Watch the Skies. And it says, a group of military personnel have been assembled to, they believe, locate and disarm old active explosives which have been left unattended at a former army testing site on a remote island. But when they arrive at the deserted island, they soon discover that something doesn't seem quite right about their mission, and soon enough, they uncover a strange concrete block which, after accidentally blowing up, unleashes an indestructible, bloodthirsty alien being which will stop at nothing to kill them. As the survivors band together in order to stay alive and try and find a way to outwit the diabolical creature, they realize that their entire mission might have been a trap and that the military is using them as pawns in their own vicious plan. That's Extra 3, Watch the Skies. Same director as Extra 2 and Extra, yet part 1, 2, and 3 have absolutely nothing to do with one another. So Extra's kind of a mixed bag. Part 1's classic. I love it. I have the statue right there. Extra 3, Watch the Skies. Q says The Vineyard sounds awesome. Q says only seen the first Extra, still have to see part 2 and 3. 2's super hard to find on DVD. Josh says haven't seen 3, but I did like part 2. Part 1 was weird. Urban Goss says sounds like an updated version of E.T. Yeah, kind of like an evil E.T. One little trailing drip of coffee left. But yeah, today's stream filled with technical difficulties. This is the third time I've tried it. I probably have to do a disk repair or something with my laptop or buy a new laptop. Who knows what I'll have to do. But hopefully I'll be back at it next week at some point. And yeah. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm going to call it. But yeah, it was good. I guess it was good. If you like great horror content and you're not subbed to my channel, please do so. Hit the bell notification to be notified every time I go live or drop a new video. Hit the like button if you like this video, even though it took 3 tries to get up there. And yeah, until next time, that's my time. Thanks so much for yours. Have a great one, guys. Peace!